Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your love reading for December 2018. Wow, a lot of major arcana. This is amazing. I haven't done a reading like this before. Okay, so what I see here is a person who's very, very confident, a person who walks with pride, is graceful, professional, diplomatic, impartial. People regard this person as brilliant and somebody who turns things to gold wherever they go. I feel that this person does have a good balance of mental and emotional considerations. They are heavily relied on for advice, but there is a disadvantage in that people are watching this person. This person very much goes towards the second party in their relationship, in that they are keen, they are very passionate perhaps towards the second party. The second party, however, seems to have a lot going on in their lives, seems to have met this first party at the wrong time, or at poor timing generally. There's also a lot of people around this person, but not in the same way as the first person. There seems to be more sadness, sorrow, less positive energy surrounding the second party than there is the first party. The way that the first party sees the second party is very self-disciplined, has willpower, also is in the public eye or is seen by people generally, that they're very courageous, they like to achieve, but they carry burdens. And perhaps there is an element of control to them. They may also be very idealistic, which in my experience isn't the best. The second party sees the first party as having fears surrounding money. It doesn't quite align considering the first person is in the public eye, but perhaps they are just admired by people around them. Perhaps they are extremely good looking and they have a lot of people interested in them. Doesn't mean that they are fantastic on the career front. They could have issues surrounding money, uncertain self-employment. Perhaps they get around in a grandiose way. Perhaps there is a bit of a front to the first person. In the past, this was quite a good relationship in that both parties saw life from a very different perspective, and I think it's because these people are very different to each other. They have very different characteristics, perhaps different personalities. Perhaps one is stable, the other is very inconsistent or spontaneous. But they felt that they were able to be themselves, which is lovely. But the image in this card is upside down. So there was some sort of difficulty, and I feel like there was one person's intuition telling them that perhaps this relationship isn't quite right for whatever reason. Perhaps the other party had a lot more going on than what met the eye, and they were keeping it from the second person. I see a musical instrument for one of the parties. Guitar, piano, trumpet, violin. I don't know where I'm getting these instruments from, but I feel that one of the parties is involved in music. And very up and down, very emotional. It was like a roller coaster of emotion. But something's definitely happened for the relationship to somehow go sour or to retreat or take a backward step in some way. One or both of the parties have retreated and they are spending a lot of time on their own reflecting about the relationship and if this is the relationship for them, what sort of course of action they should take. A bit of self-discovery, perhaps meditation. This person who's retreated is very spiritual. They believe in their intuition. Whether the relationship is over or not, I see some very positive cards here in the fact that I think this relationship will go ahead. The two people will stand together. At the moment, they're in quiet reflection. There's sadness. One of the people are very traditional. Perhaps there was a betrayal because one of the parties doesn't understand a traditional relationship. And they went about their life as if it was okay to, for example, see multiple people. That's just an example, but one person is very traditional, the other person stretches the boundaries, and there needs to be a lot of compromise involved in this situation for it to go ahead. But if it does go ahead, there is abundance, things look good. I believe both parties need to have patience with each other. They need to communicate effectively. Both parties need to give 100% for the relationship to be successful. And in doing that, you are able to make long-term plans. So it looks positive, it looks good, fantastic. Thank you, Scorpio. That was your reading for December 2018.